Good morning, it is Chris Muslis, currently here in Tokyo, Japan. The time is 6:22 a.m. It is dark, it is cold, it is wet, but hopefully things turn for the best over the course of the next couple hours. I'm making the almost 4-hour journey into a very well-known forest. And unfortunately, its fame came with a lot of darkness. We'll talk more about it along the trip. My name is Chris. My channel here name is Chris Must List. Basically, I'm a man on a mission to see every single country in the world, and I try to do it most of the time in an unorthodox way. Let's start our day. It is going to be a long one. I got a lot to share, and I'm definitely going to be putting in the miles today. Okay, I want to go to Shinjuku. S-H-I-N Shinjuku 230. The train is now approaching. This is morning rush hour. Got off on my first stop. Now the issue is it's 7:17. I missed my bus, my highway bus, by 2 minutes, so the next one is in 1 hour. So I got a little time to explore, have breakfast. This is, once again, this is the busiest train station that I'm in right now in the world. Over 3 million people enter this station every single day. Duck eggs. Look at this, all fresh food made daily as you order. Already, belly is full. I normally don't eat at this time of the morning, but I have time and I want to have enough energy to get myself through the day. Well, I was underground, and I'm presuming that if I'm looking for a bus, I gotta get to ground level. So I'm using my instinct, but still no bus stop. I got about 30 minutes till my bus comes. I'm looking for a bus stop. What? South? How far? 2 minutes? How far? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Not really confident that I heard what he said. I think he said south. I don't know north, south, east, west. I'm the only one here that doesn't know which direction to go because there are very few information desks. Come on, basta, basta, basta. No basta. Okay, I'm stubborn. I tried re-entering the information. Now all I have to do, hopefully, is follow that blue dot. Looks like if I continue to walk straight, I should walk right to bus stop. Oh, I hope it doesn't rain today. It's gonna make my day and walk very miserable. I'm hoping this is just because it's early in the morning, and this is not a sign of what the rest of the day is gonna look like. I'm stubborn, I didn't look at the forecast. So if it is gonna rain, I should get an umbrella. So go this way, go upstairs to the 4th floor. Got about 17 minutes till the bus is scheduled to leave, so I feel pretty confident that I'm this close. Okay, there's two options. I can go here, or I can go to the counter, and just because I don't know exactly what I'm doing, I'm gonna opt for the human. 805? Oh, thank you very much. It's like perfect timing. Let me ask if this is the right bus. What a journey this is. Hello, is this the one?
This one.
Here? Okay, thank you.
Okay, okay. So let's go.
11D.
11D, okay.
Thank you. Oh, that's it. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, perfect timing. Okay, I'm on this bus for the next hour and 45 minutes. So let me conserve my battery. I can't lie, I'm a little scared. It is pouring rain / sleet. There's snow on the ground. We're only a couple hours outside of Tokyo. Yesterday I was in a t-shirt walking outside. The weather is very different out here. Look at that rain. Wow. What a day. What a day to pick for a hike in the forest. Look at this.
Go by taxi.
By car.
It's a little
Is there taxi here?
Taxi.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. She said about 15 minutes by taxi, which I think it's worth the investment. You know the forest? Yes? Here. This. Yes? Yeah. Seems like locals really don't like this forest. For obvious reasons. I remember 8 years ago when I did very similar trip. I took a taxi for the last, and even though the man didn't speak English, I showed him where I wanted to go and he kept doing this to me, like the sign of the cross, thinking that maybe I was going there for the wrong reasons. Hard to explain. I'm going just for a walk with my camera. But locals know to avoid at all means the forest. Okay, it's official. I'm here, and yes, this is snow. I came ill prepared, no boots, Yeezys, no gloves, but I found some Mount Fuji gloves. I do have quite a few layers on, but back in Tokyo, which is like a 3-hour journey, it is warm. Well, a lot warmer than it is here. So I did not do the research required, but I'll survive. I'm a survivor. If you folks are new to my channel, my name is Chris, and my channel here is Chris Must List. Currently in Japan, and I'm at the Forbidden Forest. There's certain things I can talk to you about in this video, and some things I'm sort of gonna have to beat around the bush. Certain words will get me blocked, will get this video blocked and age restricted, meaning people will just not see it. It was a long journey here from Tokyo. My feet are already wet. Haven't even started my journey through the forest. The time is currently 10:33, and we are about to commence an adventure that I did about 8 years ago. I walked through this forest for the very first time. Now, I heard about this forest well over a decade ago. I'm somewhat into what some call dark tourism. I like to go to places where there are stories. And now that I'm a YouTuber, I like to share those stories with you folks. This is the forest with a very negative history, not just past tense, still today. This is the forest in which a lot of people choose to end their life. And to add to the day, Japan's going through a real threat of bears. Bears have been attacking a lot of people. So it says, if you encounter a bear, don't shout loudly and run away. Speak calmly. Speak. I wonder if this bear is going to speak English. Speak calmly and do not agitate the bear. If you encounter a bear cub, there may be a mother nearby. Maintain eye contact. Slowly raise and wave both arms. Ensure that there is a tree or other object between you and the bear, and back away without showing your back. Bear spray has a range of up to 5 meters. I don't have bear spray, so we'll forget about that. If a bear attacks, make sure you appear larger. Use bear spray. If they still attack, take defensive stance. If you see a bear, first ensure your safety, then report the incident. So, yeah, bear attacks have spiked drastically here in Japan this year. It is winter, so I believe most bears should be hibernating. At least that's what I learned when I watched cartoons as a child. If you guys are enjoying my content, not only here in Japan, but across the globe, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I will get into more detail as to why I'm here again and what this forest is famous for. But for now, let's commence our hike through the forest. And the trees are saving me somewhat, because areas like this are dry because the snow can't come through the trees. Now, I'm sure some of you folks watching this video already know the story with this forest. Others will not. In my videos, I normally like to talk a lot, but once I actually get started on this hike, I'm gonna quiet down and film my surroundings. And yes, I was able to buy an umbrella as well. Mount Fuji is very close, but due to the clouds in the sky and the snow, we're unable to see it today. But normally on a bright summer day, it would be a picturesque landscape. The snow brings cold and wet weather, but it does make for a beautiful hike. Now, the story goes, for men and women dealing with mental health issues, and or when men can no longer provide financially for their family, a lot of them opt for a way out of this world, let's say. And this forest is known as one of the most beautiful places in the world. So for that reason, people choose this as their final location, if you understand what I mean. So the story goes that this is the most visited location in the world for those opting to end their life. Now, some of them come and just do it. Others that are sort of on the fence and not 100% sure if it's their time to leave yet, they'll come with a tent and or some very long ribbon. And the reason being, they're still indecisive. So they might go deep into this forest and sleep and camp for a day or two. And it's said that during their night, they'll hear voices that will help them decide what to do. Now, the ribbons themselves are so that if you decide you do not want to go through with what you're first intended to do, you can find your way back to safety. This is a very big forest, and you really don't want to get lost. The ground itself is not always flat, and you could very easily turn your ankle and get stuck deep in this forest. So as we walk, we'll keep our eye open for anybody in distress and or any ribbons. Ribbons are a sign of those that are not quite sure what to do. And when I was here 8 years ago, I followed one ribbon for well over an hour and never got to the end. I did come across some campsites. I came across a noose hanging from a tree, but there was nobody on that noose. Now, unfortunately, Logan Paul in his younger age found a body hanging from a tree and made a joke out of it and filmed it and uploaded it to YouTube. And at that point, the cancel, what do they called it? The cancel culture team came after him, rightfully so. In that circumstance, there's no joke ever about somebody ending their life. He has grown and matured, and I'm sure he feels bad about what he did. But this is the same forest in which he decided to come to and make a mockery of those going through a very difficult time in life. So when we're on the path, we're not going to see much, but as I sneak off the path, that's when anything could happen, really. You could see anything. And hopefully that does not include a bear. I like bears. I like seeing bears in Canada, but knowing that they are being very aggressive in Japan, I am not in the mood to fight a bear. But with this snow on the ground, we could also see footsteps. Apologize for all the extra sounds. I got a pocket full of change. My backpack is full of water. I want to be as prepared as I could be. That being said, I could have been a lot more prepared. I'm going to take today's walk very seriously. There's not going to be any joking around. I pay great respect to those that have lost their lives here, because we don't all know what people are going through mentally. And to their family, their families, and to their families, I can't imagine what they must have gone through and still continue to go through. My wife said, "Chris, do not bring home any souvenirs from the forest." And what happens a couple times a year, police and recovery teams come through the forest and remove all the bodies. This umbrella's really helping me stay dry. Now, last time I was here, I did see somebody about 50 meters in front of me, deep in the forest. When they saw me, they ran. I tried to speed up to catch up to them, But no, they were gone very quickly. And there's a cult-like following for this forest. So here's the spot in which you're not supposed to cross. Do not enter. No fire. Respectfully, we're going to cross the line. Respectfully, of course. Ooh. Gonna make a mark on my phone so I know exactly where I am when it's time to return. This is the type of place I would not want to lose my phone. GPS definitely comes in handy. Don't want to fall through the snow. Like there are a lot of little holes in the ground, and the snow is covering it up. Ooh. When I came, there was no snow. See, people put markings, ribbons, so they can remember which way they have come. Yeah, when I came here, there were no snow. It makes it very difficult to see much of anything. You can't see too far in advance. Like somebody could be 20 feet in front of me and very well camouflaged. The plan is to walk for a couple hours with enough time to get back before it gets dark. And then I gotta do the 4-hour trip by train, by bus and train, back to Tokyo tonight. It's another ribbon. You'll notice different colors. I believe the first one was yellow. So that person, when walking through the forest, they'll only leave yellow ribbons, where this one is like a neon pink. Could also be a marker left by the park rangers or the police when they're searching to remove bodies. Could be a way of saying like, hey, we've checked this area. It's clear. Initially, I thought the snow would be a good way to see if there are new footprints, but it would only take a few minutes for these footprints to disappear. It's snowing quite hard. Let's go look up here. The forest is much thicker, so the snow is not coming through. Ooh, look at this, it's so soft. It's nice when I'm deeper in the forest because there's less snow, but the ground is very rough to walk on. I'm moving at a very slow pace, so I think I'd rather fight with the snow than to twist an ankle in the forest. I'm gonna take it very slow. That looks like my safest bet. Ooh. I pushed on the branch and it all came down on me. I deserve that. Right down my neck. Ooh, I have my jacket open because my backpack is not waterproof. Now when I keep the content dry, there's another type of marker. You can also see some red. My eyes start playing tricks on me. Just look at the top of this hill. See if I can see anything. Very slippery. I'd be very surprised if I don't fall at least once today. Let's take a moment to possibly leave a comment down below if you've lost somebody too soon, if they decided to leave planet Earth too soon. Leave a comment down below. Mention their name. Tell them how much you miss them, love them, and wish things could have turned out a different way. You got to be extremely strong to deal with that type of loss. It looks like a knife. Maybe somebody didn't have ribbon and that's how they were marking their way. It's a very strange feeling being here because the park is so big, but there is no noise, no birds, no squirrels, really no sign of life. I checked my phone. The GPS is not working right now. There are some spots that it works and some spots that it doesn't work. Ooh, look at that. It's dangerous. I was worried about the cold, but my body temperature is quite warm. So thus far, the weather hasn't affected me at all. Even my feet are surprisingly dry, not wet. Guess it's my body heat keeping me warm. And I know the comments I'm going to receive. Ah, you're not prepared. Those are not proper hiking boots and all of that type of stuff. But I'm here. Got to work with what I got. Seeing another ribbon up ahead. Now the ribbons that I found last time were stretched. Who knows, a kilometer long? Different than these ribbons that are in the trees. They also say the ribbons that are stretched long are also to help officials find the bodies. The idea here is not to be lost forever. I believe most do want their families to receive their body upon departure. There's the ribbon again. Myself, I brought no ribbons. Try to get up there to see which direction to go next. Using this to sort of poke. Ooh, see that? How it just slid in? Ooh. Don't want to fall inside a bear's den. There we go, that's the ribbon again. Oh, I hear a bird. First sign of life. I've left the path, which I hope is a good choice. Hopefully I can find another one, because I'm moving so slow when I'm not on a path. But you would think for those that are going to go camping, you'd want to stay in the deeper brush so you don't get wet. at the moment I'm walking in any direction with no real plan. Just staying alert and moving. Okay, it looks like I found a path here. Yes. Much easier. I'm conserving my battery on my phone, so I have it off. I haven't checked to see if I have GPS signal just yet. It's still early. I do have a battery pack with me as well, just in case. Lots of batteries. I even brought a backup camera just in case this one malfunctions. You can hear a bird chirping, which is nice. My wife is really freaked out about this. I go to war zones and she's okay with it. But if I'm coming to the forbidden forest, she's concerned. My mama as well. Me, I feel very comfortable in any circumstance. It's peaceful walking through the forest alone. Ooh, slippery. I do feel like it's my lucky day on this path. Ooh, as soon as I said that, I almost fell. Look at that slide. So those camping, my only guess is those people that camp want to be far away from anybody else. So they go deep, deep in the woods, beyond the average human's eye. One day I will come back and camp on my own, but it will definitely have to be a lot nicer weather than this. There's something red. Let's take a look. Cloth? Maybe a t-shirt? Yeah, it looks like a t-shirt. Can't tell how long it's been there. Let's go up this way. Maybe it's a sign. It's the first thing I've seen other than a ribbon. I was so excited about finding that path, and now I'm off it already. I'm gonna turn off the camera until I get over this section. If you pay attention to the ground, you'll see a blue ribbon. Now that's probably from last summer or spring, and now it's all under. All the droppings from the trees, but that was once a long blue ribbon. And look at this. So there's no doubt people were here. I can't tell how long ago. I want to say it again, guys. I want to be as respectful as humanly possible. And if I remember correctly, in tax season, when your taxes are due in Japan and money is owed to the government, if a man cannot pay it, it's like he's embarrassed, and that's the time of the year in which most come here to end it. Okay, this looks like there's a little area that way. There's no official numbers as to how many people are found here each year. I'm sure the Japanese government does not want to promote the fact that they have an issue in this forest. Most locals avoid it. They know what happens here. There's no reason for them to come. I don't blame them, but it's my curiosity that's brought me here again for the second time in a decade. Last time I was here, I found some campsites, but nobody in it. I also found tons of ribbons, followed them, couldn't find anything. I found a little area under a tree, which it's almost like somebody set up some religious statues to pray. Very small. And it was very deep in the bush. My friend Angelo has a channel. I'll leave a link down below. He's come here, he slept here alone. I think he's got about 10 videos. He's also from the Toronto area, so if you're interested in watching more, I'll leave a link to him. He's always been helpful for me on my travels. I'll leave a link for him down below in the description. Gonna give my arm a rest for a moment. Turn off the camera. This umbrella's being useful as a crutch. If you guys see I miss anything, let me know. I do feel a heightened awareness in the forest. Okay. This is the highest point in the area. If I was camping, this to me would be a perfect spot. Nice and flat and soft and not wet. A little wet, damp, but the snow is not touching the ground. The trees, the thick trees are stopping the snow. At this point in the video, I'm curious, how many people would want to do this hike in their lifetime? Are others curious like myself? Or is it simply a no? Don't want to be near it. We're all different. We all have different likes and dislikes and personalities and curiosities. So I don't blame you. So I hope you don't blame me. Ooh. My nose is sniffling a bit, but other than that, I feel good, energized, lively, and adventurous. There's a little cave there. If I was a bear, that's probably where I want to hibernate. I do not want to get too close to that cave. Let me move this way. Looks exactly in the cartoons growing up. That's where the bear would sleep in the wintertime. And I bet you if he wakes up now, he's very hungry. It's been a long winter. Let me follow my instinct and get out of here. If you're curious about the bear problems in Japan, stop the video and do a little Google search. It's gotten out of control. They say it has something to do with the age of the hunters. Like hunting used to be more popular decades ago. And the hunters are basically dying. They're getting old. So there are not as many people hunting bear. See See, the ground is not easy to walk on. This is man-made. Wonder what this is, or was. Anybody that has an idea, leave a comment down below. I think this is like a very old home. Can't imagine what else. I am deep in the woods. Tell me what you think. If I do find anything interesting, I'll turn on my phone and get the GPS coordinates, document it. Okay, here's another blue ribbon. You can see coming way down there. It's been here for some time. And it's going in that direction. If I do find a newer ribbon, I'll follow it. You can see the ribbon continues on that way. So the person, when leaving that, was at a very sad point in their life, indecisive as to whether they want to stay here or continue on to another planet. See it. Now these ribbons could go on and on for hours. As I've said in the past, when I followed it, I never got to the end. I can hear music. If you guys had your earphones on, let me know. Can you also hear the music? It stopped now. I'm gonna head in that direction. Oh, there's more ribbon. Look, here's. It's been there some time. There's a blue ribbon right here. See the blue ribbon? The rule of thumb is whatever you bring to the forest, you take home from the forest. I guess those rules don't apply if you're not intending on leaving. There. Piece of a red ribbon. I'm gonna turn off the camera in a moment to give my arm a rest. Ooh, almost slipped. Okay, gonna take a little break. Looks like this has been here for quite some time. I can hear traffic, so I can't be too far away from the highway. Trying to figure out the easiest path to take. I haven't found much. I've been walking 2 hours. I got about 3 hours left. That should give me enough time to find my way out. Ooh, slippery when wet. Now the snow is getting deeper. My feet are getting wet. Oh, look at this. Was that me? I don't think so. Let's see. No. So this has got to be very recent. This is my footprint. Let's follow this footprint. Look at this. It's another. But I mean, this has got to be today. What would somebody be doing way out here today? The footprints. Can't imagine this being too old. Can't see which way they go. I wouldn't make much of a tracker if I can't follow footprints in the snow. Seems like they just disappeared. Oh, there it is. Regained vision. Ooh. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is me. Okay, now I'm confusing myself. This is them. That's me. You can see this way. To imagine somebody is this deep in the forest today. Hopefully they're just hiking like me. Let's try this way. Oh, there's the footprints. There it is again. Here we go. Well, I lost the footprints, but looking down I did find this rope, and I'm hoping it's not wet. I think it might be. Why else would you have rope out here in the forest? Looks like it might have been cut down. If that was used for what I think it might have been used for, rest in peace. As I said, the park rangers and police a couple times a year come and cut down the bodies and try to return them to the family if it's possible to find out who they are. A lot of them leave notes for their family, their last message. Now I've lost the footprints, so I'll continue on. I turned on my GPS. It says if I walk this way, I should get to the entrance of the park. I can't tell how far away it is, but it doesn't look too far. So I'm going to make my way in that direction. When I was here last time, I found a lot more items and evidence of humans being here. Hey, in a perfect day, I don't find any person dangling from a tree. That's not why I came. Ooh. Seems like my simple walk to the entrance will not be that simple. My sound effects. My pants are soaked, as are my shoes, but still not that cold. I got layers on. I don't know how to explain the feeling I have right now. I felt very good walking today, but all of a sudden my heart is beating faster. And I feel like real anxious. I don't know why. I can't explain the exact way I'm feeling, but I do feel different. Like almost anxiety. And I haven't felt like this in a long time. I've had no reason to. But something is up. My body can sense something. I hope I'm wrong. Oh, just a real negative feeling in my gut. And I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody by being here. This is a personal trip. Again, I did this 8 years ago, well before I had a YouTube channel. So for those that say I'm doing this for views, make it make sense. There's a path here. Somewhat of a path. Oh, my first fall, head first. My head just hit this rock with moss. Okay, glad I was able to catch myself. I'm still in one piece, but my head did hit that rock. Gotta be careful. It's very slippery. What's amazing about YouTube is I can bring complete strangers and subscribers, which are much appreciated, on my crazy adventures around the world. Even though I'm traveling alone, it feels like I'm traveling with thousands of people. Ooh. While I slip and slide. Looks like there's a little path that way. Clean off my hands from the dirt. That's one thing I didn't bring. Napkin or a cloth. I did bring toilet paper just in case. Normally I would use a sock, but in this instance the sock is helping me keep my feet warm. You can hear the traffic. So even though I don't have GPS, I can see where I am on the map and my relative distance to the highway. So I feel like I'm in control. I don't think it's possible for me to get lost as long as I have some battery on my phone. I'm turning it off to conserve the battery just in case. liquids, but I brought no food at all to eat. Didn't want all the extra weight on my back. There's another red ribbon. Part of a ribbon. It all starts looking very similar. Can't tell if I've walked here or not. Let's see. See how similar they are. Can't tell. Look. Yeah, I think they are mine. Get one heck of an imagination when you're walking in the forest alone. Look. Oh, fall number 2. My bum nice and wet. Well, haven't broken anything yet. Quick recovery and I'm back on my feet. Yes, look at the ridges there. That is definitely my feet, so I did walk this way. Who knows, even those first set of footprints that I thought might be somebody else's, possibly they were mine. I would not bet on it. Okay, let's pull out this phone. Make sure we're heading in the direction to the highway. And my journey is not complete. I just want to get on a cleaner path for a while, give my feet a break. So Fuji Tourism Promotion. That's me. So I want to walk in that way. Okay. Continue on. Tell you, it's like one of those horror movies where you're walking in circles. Friday the 13th. But this is a good sign. It means I must have come this way. And I cannot believe that I'm finding the same path on the way out. I've been walking for a long time. I do remember this though. I'm going to use somebody else's ribbons. You can see where I came from. I don't want to walk exactly the same direction I came because that's no fun. Ooh. Ay. Look at this. That wasn't me. That's pee. Looks like pee. Maybe animal pee for those that are hikers. That's pee. And that's new. That's not old. But I'm not seeing any footprints there. I don't see anything up the tree. I don't know. Don't have the answer. Okay, I'm on a new path. I don't see my old footprints. Oh, snow went right down my back. Oh. Look. Look. Oh. The trees are laughing at me. It's a loud noise. Hopefully the forest is not angry at me. I don't know if you guys caught that rumble and have any idea what might have caused it. I picked up a new crutch. Worried my umbrella might not be able to withstand my weight. There's a ribbon. I do recall on my last walk through the forest, I walked for hours and hours and hours without seeing anything. Then all of a sudden, I saw a couple campgrounds and an area to pray. So you just don't know. It's all luck. Or misfortune. I guess it depends on how you look at it. Pull out my phone once again. It's very easy to get lost because I feel like I know which direction to walk, and then I look and I'm walking in the opposite direction. Okay, here we go again. It's 12:42. I bought gloves, but I have no need to use them so far. Okay, look at that. So it's this direction. I see somewhat of a path I can follow. So the phone is going off. Back in my warm pocket. I'll follow this path. I can't lie, I was a little concerned when I got off that bus. I was sleeping. When I fell asleep, it was dry. It was a little wet, but there was no snow on the ground. But when I woke up to see the snow, I'm like, wow, what did I get myself into? Look at this. More yellow rain or pea. With no footsteps. I'm curious, what would cause this? I'm gonna do my research when I get on the bus. Like, look at this. Looks like pea to me. Look, it's under all the trees. Very curious, guys. Somebody do the research, and I'm seeing footprints once again. Now I'm just going to presume it's mine. Yeah, it's not my pee. Look. Is it, or is it not? Yeah, looks to be mine. Okay, I'm gonna warm up my hands and put my camera away. I'll be back. I just heard a very loud branch break. Sounded very close. Snow's coming down even heavier now. Ooh, get under here. Look at this. Must be the weight of the snow. And I'm so surprised that I found my own footsteps, because I have been walking very far off the beaten path. But somehow magically I've been brought back to the same place I started. And I've only pulled out my GPS a couple times. But what's strange, look, this is me. But why would I be walking in that way? Makes me feel like I'm going the wrong direction once again. It's my mind playing tricks on me. Turn on the phone again. My phone's at like 35%. Okay, let's try this again. So I'm going the wrong way. Look at this. Like crazy. I could have promised you I was going the right way. Okay, I gotta stay straight. No, it's this way. Ah, this is a magical forest. I thought I was going the right way. Okay, stay on this path now. I'm gonna put extra thought into my movement, because I want to go see a different area. And I've walked through this path so often, I don't know which way to go. Just gonna keep in this direction here. Ooh. Ooh. Keep my phone dry and wet. Nah, I want to keep my phone dry, not wet. Put it in my inside pocket. I believe it's this way. I'm going to put this camera away, get back on the path, because I feel I'm so focused on the camera right now that I'm not paying as much attention as I should in making sure I'm safely back in the direction I need to be. I'll turn on the camera if I find anything interesting. I'm finding these little caves again, exactly where I would think bears would hibernate during the winter. aggressive, hungry bears. And there's a lot of these little caves everywhere. So let me get out of here. Don't want to awaken a bear. It's too early. I want them to sleep until springtime. Okay, I should be on the right path. See, walking straight isn't always a possibility. The map just says go straight. But with terrain like this, ups and downs, let me see which way to go. Okay, this is way. Oh. Yep. Looks like I'm very close to a path. Just keep walking straight. Once I hit a path, I'll stop and break out a drink to celebrate. Oh! Third fall. Okay. Lucky number 3. Gonna have bruises all over my body. 3 falls and 3 falls caught on film. Yeah, you guys can laugh at me. I'm laughing too. All comes with the adventure. As long as I don't break or misplace my phone, I am content. But as you can see, it is slippery. Make sure my phone is in my pocket. It is. Now, if I didn't have a phone, I could see it is very easy to get lost in this forest. And now I know why they have the ribbon. Without a ribbon, you will be walking in circles. Well, if nothing else at all, at least you guys can watch me fall on my backside a couple times. But I think I'm right there, just this direction. It's a good part of the video to ask you to guess. I've fallen 3 times thus far today. How many more times do you think I'll fall before this video is complete? Leave a comment down below right now. No cheating. Let's see what you think. Just take a little look up here, see if I can see anything Anybody? Any campgrounds? Nothing. Get back on track. I am going to have an incredibly hot bath when I return to Tokyo tonight. I'm going to wake up sore. Comes with old age. Not that old. What did I say? I'm 47. So I'm old, but I feel young. Still feel like a young buck. Got energy. Charisma. And passion for traveling and adventure. This should bring me right back on track. Ooh. Ay, 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 ay. I believe this is the same way that I came in. We'll find out soon. Ooh. Look at this. Look what I look like. And surprisingly, I'm still very warm. As long as I keep it moving, I feel good. Okay, let's pull out the phone. Yeah, we're definitely getting closer. I think this is the path that's going to get us back on track. Look at this. Whew. I think I'm losing weight. My pants are falling. My belt is at its regular size, but I've been walking and walking and walking day after day here in Japan. If anybody's interested in coming to the forest, it's not easy to find because the forest itself is very big. What I'll do is I'll leave some notes down below, like the longitude and latitude. All you have to do is fill it into Google and you'll find your way. Any GPS that you use will show you how to get here. Because I remember the first time I came, there wasn't much information online. Look at the snow. The forest is beautiful and sad at the same time. Okay, I believe I'm almost here. But when night falls, it is going to be mighty cold and wet out here. I wouldn't want to be stuck without the proper tent and clothing and boots. Look at this. Let me warm up my hands a bit. They are freezing. I'll be back. just like that, magically, I am back on track. Back where I'm supposed to be. Like I never went. Like I never disobeyed the rules. So while I'm out exploring, there is a very good possibility that I really don't come across anything interesting. It's all destiny. Whatever's meant to be will be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie in some of my footage from 8 years ago. Footage that I didn't show anybody. You know, I've been traveling my whole life, well before YouTube. And I would film everything just to have it as a memory, something I could show my friends and family. So throughout today's video, I don't want to lose that. You'll see some of the throwback footage. I've been walking for another 30 minutes. Haven't seen much. But here we go, another sign. This is another entry. Do not enter. I'm gonna enter, but I won't go too deep in this time. Just take a look and see what we can find. Ooh, almost. That snow has not stopped all day. Isn't giving me a break. Real red tree caught my attention. Almost like it's bleeding. It stands out in a forest that's white and brown. Very strange. I'm sure it's 100% natural, but still something you don't see every day. Ooh, slipping and sliding. Once again, I am way off the beaten path. I took a quick look at my GPS, and the highway is this way, but it looks very difficult to cross that, so I'm sort of running parallel. Not the direction I should be heading. Number 4. Oh, what is the chances all 4 slip-ups were caught on camera? Okay, still here, still alive. All that extra weight is good padding for these falls. I'm falling gracefully. And now I'm going even further. I'm supposed to be going in this direction. I'm gonna walk another 15 minutes. If I don't see myself heading that way, I'm gonna turn around. Taking turns keeping my hands warm in my warm pockets. I tried wearing the gloves, but it doesn't help at all. They're not insulated. They're like gardening gloves. But it's all I could find at the shop. Really hoping this path turns right. I look like I'm about 2-3 kilometers away from the highway. And it's just after 1 p.m. I started my day, or this journey from Tokyo, at about 6:15 a.m. So it's been a long day thus far. Ooh. Okay, looks like I might be turning to the right. Then again, maybe not. At least it's drier here. Okay, it's time to make a decision. Because it seems like this path that I'm going on is going in the wrong direction. So I got to decide if I'm going to try to cross this or if I'm going to backtrack and get back on the main path. See how far away I am. This doesn't look that bad to cross. It was much worse a little earlier. Okay, let's see where we are. So here we are. This is the highway, that way. And again, I can't tell that direction. I can't tell how far or even know if I'm able to walk straight. Otherwise, I gotta walk all the way back about 30 minutes. The time is just before 2, 1:47. I'm gonna change my battery and make that decision. Let's see which way I end up going. Stay tuned. Well, I changed the battery and I decided the smartest, safest thing will be to backtrack the 30 minutes. At least I know I'm able to get back, whereas this direction I have no idea. I could hit a big crevices that's not crossable, and better to be safe than sorry. My hands are getting quite cold. So I'm gonna give the camera a break unless I see anything and warm up my hands, and I'll be back. Well, I'm back on track and I looked over to the right and it looks like somebody's sitting there looking at me. I'm gonna pull out my iPhone so I could zoom in I'm sure it's not. It's my eyes playing tricks on me, but nevertheless. Let's take a closer look. Okay, seems like I was right. It looks like two rocks, maybe with moss on it. I hear the birds chirping for the first time in a long time. I'd say I got about 2 hours of energy left in me. My hands are definitely the coldest they've been. But I'm okay. I feel good. The rest of my body, including my feet, surprisingly, are still warm. These pants are very thin. I don't have anything underneath them. You can see they're completely soaked through. They look like outdoor pants, but they're Ralph Lauren. It's more like a fashion pair of pants opposed to an outdoor hiking in the snow type of pants. You can hear the cars. So I've read a lot about this forest, and there's no rhyme or reason as to where people go to end it all. Some of them come 10 meters in from the entrance and pick a tree. Others go deep in the forest and camp for a couple days while deciding. This is a good time to ask for people watching, what are your thoughts about an afterlife? Is there a God? Is the Bible real? Me, myself, I believe there must be a God. There must be something much greater than us. If you got to think about even the simple things like the ability to move your finger or to see and smell and taste, that this can't be by accident. There has to be somebody that's helped create this beautiful planet. There's a lot of evil in this planet as well, as we see every day on the news and on my videos. But I mean, look at this. This can't be by accident. I was born and raised as a Catholic. Went to private and Catholic schools most of my life. But as I got older, I just questioned things. And I'm not saying I don't believe, but I'm saying it sounds bad, I need some sort of proof. That's just the type of person I am. I don't pray too often. I feel like it would be wrong of me to only pray when I need something. So I don't. But my mind could be changed. I have a friend named Manuel Saran from Toronto. He was on my wrestling team, and we've kept in touch all these years since high school, and he's always sending me these passages from the Bible. He said he's found Jesus and his life has become much better. So I'm not the type of person that needs to be talked into. You don't need to sell me on anything. But I'd be curious, what do you believe? Leave a comment down below. Okay, I can see the highway in the back, but that does not mean today's video is over. Still got some time. There's still another walkway this direction. There we go. This is Mount Fuji. And because we can't see it with our eyes, we can see it with the illustration. Now, where are we? And how am I expected to read this? I think this is another path. This looks like back the way I came. And this looks like another path. I'm going to pull out my phone for a sec and give this hand a break. It is cold. I'll be back. Okay, my map shows that this is the next path I shall follow. Then I'll circle back and walk along the highway, back to the store, grab something to eat, and continue my travels back to Tokyo. I know today's video is something polar opposite from what I'm accustomed to, but I hope you've enjoyed the walk with me. And if you're new to my channel, I encourage you to take a look. I got over 350 videos. I've been to well over 100 countries. I've probably filmed in, I don't know, 30, 40 countries. This is my 5th year on YouTube. So hopefully I got at least 5 more years in me. The mission, the goal is to see every country in the world. And this is my 2nd time to Japan, but my 1st time as a YouTuber, so I felt like I gotta come back. But I'm only here for a couple more days, then I'm gonna head on to, I believe I'm gonna head on to South Korea. I really wish I could go to North Korea, but the borders are closed. So if I could, I would, most definitely. It's very high on my list. And if now is not the timing, no doubt it will happen. That's 100%. That is a 100% certainty. I will go to North Korea. Oh. For me, it's all about just seeing the world and breaking the stereotypes. And, you know, we're taught so many things that are completely wrong. Whether it be, we're taught that Muslims are terrorists, when every Muslim I've met has been a complete gentleman. And for the ladies as well, incredible people. I don't need to agree with their religion to like them as people, just like they don't need to agree with what my beliefs are to like me as a person. If you watched my video a couple days ago, I came across a Muslim man, and he was a very nice man. We had a great time together. He showed me where he's living here in Tokyo for $14 a night. Now, the edited version of the video might only show him for a few minutes, but we spent a good hour and a half together walking the streets. Oh, goodness. The snow is not letting up. Curious, how many people do you think I've walked past today not knowing, not seeing? You gotta imagine, it's possible, it's more than possible, it's most likely, because if somebody was hanging there, I wouldn't see it. Most of the time I'm looking down at my feet to make sure I don't slip and break my neck. It might look like I'm just sitting back relaxing, but no, that was fall number 5. The first one not caught on camera, and my hand is in my pocket, so I couldn't brace for the fall. I am soaked. But all I can do is laugh at it. Life is still good. Oh, look at that. It's like my snow angel. Hey, get it? Chris Angel. I don't know. You folks probably don't even know who Chris Angel is. Okay, let that be my last 5th and final fall, please. I've had enough. I guess if that's the worst thing that happens to me, it's not that bad. I am a little wet now. Of course, I had to stay on the ground, turn on the camera, just to show you folks. I've always been the type to laugh at my slip-ups in life. I live with no regret. I don't look at life like that, like what would have happened if I did this, or what would have happened if I wasn't there at that time. Rather, I take the little falls and hiccups and I look at them as just small road bumps in life. For example, my charges in Trinidad right now that I'm fighting, and I'm facing up to 2 years in jail for filming gang members. No crime committed, but the government was so angry in Trinidad that I was able to get in and film when their police force cannot, that they arrested me and charged me with sedition. Now, a lot of people ask me, you know, do you regret going to Trinidad? I said, no, I actually enjoyed Trinidad. I didn't enjoy going to jail. I didn't enjoy the proceedings that continue on a year and a half after the fact. I didn't enjoy being away from my family for 3 months on lockdown in a country that was not my own. But things could have always been worse. You know, I'm a fighter. Not literally, but I mean, in life. I've always been a fighter. I'll use an example. Something I've never talked about. Blow the snow off the camera. Take a moment to talk about something I've never talked about on this channel ever. I have 3 children. Look at my cold hands. 3. The youngest is Ella, then Avery, and most of you folks know Tristan. He has a YouTube channel called Tris Must List. Avery, a very special boy. His birthday, he turned 17 years old last week. And I'm going to talk about this on camera, but I won't publish it before I speak to him. So if you see this part of the video on camera, know that I've spoken to him and gotten permission. Avery's a wonderful young man now. Amazing to say that. Feels like yesterday he was born. I remember my parents used to tell me that as well. But Avery was born with autism. So my wife and I were worried because our other children came out talking. A lot of talking at a young age. A lot of mumble jumble, but nevertheless talking. Whereas Avery did not. Avery was quiet. He didn't like to have his teeth brushed. And he was very specific with what food he would eat. And his food of choice was McDonald's hamburger bread with nothing on it. So we used to have to go to McDonald's and say, hey, we want 6 pieces of bread and we'll pay you for it. Avery used to also have big fits sometimes at the mall, and people that would witness it would look at us and make assumptions that we're bad parents and that we didn't parent our son well. He was slapped the floor, etc. At 3 years old, we got him diagnosed with a doctor, and they said, your son has autism. Possibly the scariest thing we've ever heard as a parent. And the reason it was scary was not that he had autism, it's just that we were uneducated. We had no idea what that meant. So we jumped into the books, started reading online to understand that there's a spectrum, a very wide spectrum. And being diagnosed with autism does not mean life cannot be fulfilling and full. So we got Avery right into a special school with the people that are educated in rehabilitation, or maybe that's the wrong word, but the people that are right to be around our son. And something amazing happened. I'm choking up a little bit. Year by year, we saw so many improvements. Being a parent does not come with a instruction manual. There's ups and downs. There's things that we don't know how to deal with. But, you know, my wife and I, and I'm so proud of my wife. I met the perfect woman, and we've been together a long time, and we still have our ups and downs. We still argue sometimes. We're human. But we always know that we'll be together, right? My plan was to marry once and once only. So now we celebrated 17 years for Avery. He is a young man that's doing exceptionally well in school. He's in a regular school now, got regular friends, does regular things. I promise you, if you ever meet him, you would never suspect that he was born with I hate to say a disability. because I don't look at it like that. Let's say he was born with a gift. And looking back, one thing that stuck in my mind, and that's how I'm going to bring this whole topic together, is we used to go to these parent meetings with the specialists where there are other children with autism. And I remember one mother crying in front of everyone, saying like, why me? Why God? Why me? I've been a good parent. I've been a good person. Why me? And she cried. And she was upset. She wanted to blame somebody for her child's disability or gift. I never looked at life like that. I love Avery. I never would change Avery. Even when Avery wasn't talking, he was my son. And I was meant to deal with anything that has to happen in order to get him the best life possible. And I'm certain at this point, at 17, he will have a full life. He will get married. He will have children if that's what he chooses to do. He can, I'm just looking in that cave to see if I see anything. He will have any job he puts his mind to. He laughs, he smiles. Now, the reason for me sharing this with you is maybe there's some people out there right now going through similar problem, whether it be autism or mental issues, whether it be you, someone you love, your child, your wife, your husband. Stick with them. Be strong mentally and do everything in your power in order to get them the best resources possible. I find in Canada, when we got Avery diagnosed, there was nobody in particular that stood up with their hand up saying like, this is step 1, this is step 2, this is step 3. We have to do the research ourselves. So I encourage you, and if anybody is going through this with a young child and wants to reach out to me, Instagram, Christmas List. Man, I'm a human. Maybe I can give some support and advice to the best of my ability. By no means an expert, but I've lived it. And that's my talk. It's something I've wanted to share for some time, only because I feel it could help others. But I'll repeat myself once again. I will not release that without the approval of Avery, because my goal is for him to be treated as a normal human being, as he should, and not to be embarrassed if one of his friends were to see this. Now, the walk shall continue. The walk, my walk, our walk, I don't know. I never did well in English. And I was slow. Let me put myself in this. I was slow. I went to ESL in school, never did well in school. Hated school, couldn't sit still, bad at tests. All my friends like didn't have to study. I would study for hours and hours and still just barely pass. And they had the natural gift of a good memory, whereas I did not. Teachers thought I would accomplish nothing in life, and I'm not saying that I've accomplished much, but I mean I've lived a very fulfilling life. So if you're doing bad in school, doesn't mean the end for you. It means maybe you just were not meant to be in that type of school. I got very personal with the conversation. Maybe this forbidden forest is doing something to me. Let's go up here. I haven't gone off the path in a while. Ooh. My idea with this channel is, yes, I want to shoot videos, but I want this to be a documentation of my life. When I'm gone, this will still be somewhere online. Hopefully YouTube still exists. And maybe I can motivate one or two people or more to get out there and travel, to really experience life. Forget about what you read online. Get out there and see it for yourself. That's sort of the code that I live by. I am soaked, top to bottom. Oh, a big snow just fell right down my neck again. Ooh, almost fall number 6. Some of you folks are probably betting on me. Fall one more time. I picked 6. I'm trying my best to keep it at number 5. Okay, there's the cars. So I am not far from the highway. I'm running out of energy. I looked at my telephone, it's 2:22 p.m. The good thing is, once I get to the train or bus station, once I get to the bus station about 15-20 minutes away, it's a almost 3-hour bus. It's a nice bus, so I can warm up, have a drink. I haven't stopped once. I talked about stopping, but my backpack is under my jacket and I didn't feel like putting in all that work. Well, the good news is we haven't found anybody. That's good news. My goal was never to come here and hope to find somebody. That's, what kind of human would that make me? So hopefully that means that some of the people that came here with ill intentions ended up leaving and going back to their family or back to their life. I'm gonna give my hands a break. I'll be back. Just came across some ribbon and this, I don't know what this is or what it would have been used for, but if anybody has any ideas. A little strange to find it in the forest, but ooh, that had me jump a little bit. Oh, look at this. The garbage. A lot of garbage. Strange to see this. Why would there be so much garbage right here? Because see, the highway is right there. Try to go this way. Wow, look how old some of this stuff is. It looks old, at least. All rusty. Who knows? It might just be what the Japanese products look like. I don't mean rusty, I mean the signage, the labels look old. get back on track. I can't imagine that garbage is all from one person camping. Looks like it's been piling up for some time. Okay, looks like we have completed our long hike through the forest. We are back by the side of the road. We're gonna make this trip. My only concern now is this is gonna be all slush for the 3 kilometers back to the store. And with these cars going by, there's no doubt I'm gonna get soaking wet. Even if it's possible to get more wet than I already am. But the hike must continue. I tried my internet, it's not working. I cannot call an Uber. Gotta thug it out. So let's go. Ah, look at that. A sidewalk. Ah, it's my lucky day. We made it. We made it together. And it's a beautiful day. A beautiful day to hike through a forest. Don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Let me turn off the camera and I'll be back. So we made it. This is the entrance to the park. And the good news is I don't see any cars here that have been here for a while. When I watched the documentary years and years ago, that was a telltale sign if somebody had done something wrong in the forest. I just imagine a car sitting there for days on end. But this is what it looks like. I'm gonna leave the GPS coordinates down below if anybody wants to come for a hike. I don't even want to say the forest name because it could set flags in the algorithm for YouTube. Here we go. Ooh, I made it. I made it to the forest. Made it. Look at this. Surprisingly, my feet are not cold. These are like magical shoes. But I made it. It is cold, but my lungs feel full of energy. Fresh air. Gonna stop, warm up for a minute, call an Uber, and begin my journey, my long journey, 4-hour journey, wet journey back to Tokyo. Yes. You have the heat? You can turn heat? It's cold. My hand's cold. Yeah, please. Oh,
Cold.
yes, very cold. My feet are wet. Okay, I made it. It's official. Now the long journey back to Tokyo begins. Well, I dried off a bit in that 2-hour bus ride, but it's cold and wet here. Again, my feet are soaked. I cannot wait to get back to my hotel. I'm about 45-50 minutes away. Freezing, top to bottom. Feel like a wet cat. But it feels good. I'm close. And it has been a long day, a long adventure. Something crossed my mind on that long, cold, wet bus ride. Maybe I should head to the Philippines for a bit and enjoy some heat. That's sort of how I move. Day to day, thought to thought. Man, it is winter is not my favorite time of year. See how fast I can get on this train. Get into the heat. It's my final stop. I got a 10-minute walk back to the hotel, and I'll tell you my secret. The vending machine sells hot corn. So this is nice and hot. So I got one in the right pocket, and I got one in my left pocket to keep my hands nice and hot as I make the last 10-minute journey to my nice hot tiny tub in the hotel. Grab my ticket. This money is wet in my pocket. Wet. I exited the wrong way, but it will only add 2 minutes. Wow, I'm so excited to get back to the warmth of my hotel. And I'm so hungry. All that walking, but first and foremost, let me get out of these wet clothes. Have a nice bath and then make a decision as to what I'll eat next. Ooh, and the food smells good, looks good. But nothing can stop me right now. Ooh, it's freezing. No regret. Had a great day. Look at this. Oh my goodness, my feet. I don't want to scare you folks with a video of my feet. Not everyone's into feet. I do have sexy feet, but oh my goodness. They started out brand new and clean. When I put them on this morning, they look like this. It is now just after 8. I left at 6, so 14 hours. Guys, for anybody that made it this far into today's video, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I love you. Humbly, I'll bow out. I'll see you in the next video. Christmas list, checking out Tokyo, Japan.